everything, but I would say that is a bit of a long story because earlier I was an IT engineer for good 15 years. I loved what I used to do, IT. But then there were challenges, which is even in this business, challenge is part of everything we do. But the best part is now I work on a passion which I feel give you the true freedom. When I saw property investing as an opportunity, I was like, oh my God, I'm doing good in IT, but property is even better. With everything, when I started learning, investing, talking to the agents, inspecting properties, looking at the reports, looking at the council planning, everything, doing a renovation, everything process, having a good conversation or exploring things, talking to the tradies. You invest wisely, the returns and the growth capital, which in turn gives you the freedom, is enormous. And when I saw that, I said, oh, I'm going to learn, do all the hard works, make it this is a full-time career. And that's what I did. So it's but a long story. I absorbed myself, learned, did a lot of mistakes. It's part of the journey, right? You don't do right thing, it comes as mistakes, or you say as a lessons learned. I built my portfolio and it started long time back though. So it's not a one day. Still people say, Sanjeev, you are investing, you're doing well. Would you recommend me to change my career or something? It depends, right? So first you have to do things and see how you feel, because there are a lot of people I know, they may not enjoy this. I didn't know until I tried and I did it, right? And I enjoyed, and that's where I said, you know what, I'm going all in. But everyone is different, isn't it? That's what my story short. I think I'm deviating a little bit, but that's where I make this as a career and now help so many people, our clients, right? And not only buy investment, but build a property portfolio. Oh yeah. So first client, they are still our clients and they were from a closer circle, because a lot of people ask, how did you find your first client? In the business world, that's a very hot topic. So my first client was a very close friend. We used to always catch up, and then they already knew our journey, what we were doing about it, because I used to share with prior becoming a buyer agent, going even full in. I used to share my journey with good friends, and they were one of them. They were already knowing that we are doing well on the investment journey and we are serious, and they knew us, like, we're disciplined, we take action, we are not just talking over the weekend, right? And then when we started business, then we shared with them that we are doing it. That time even I didn't have my agreement written up. They said, we love to your first client. I didn't ask for, I was just sharing, I'm thinking about this, I'm gonna start this venture and get into full time. I was just sharing with them and they said, sign us as a first client. I was like very happy, but it was a very touching moment for me as well. Those guys have been our clients from last 66 years. They have already bought with us 3 investment properties so far. That's what it started. Very grateful. So regarding buyer agent now, when I started the business back in 2019, there were not many buyer's agent, right? So that time people used to get confused, like, are you a real estate agent, or what is the difference when you say buyer agent? Real estate agents are the people who are selling your property. We are helping you buy a property, which is totally different. So initially we had to educate, but now as the market has grown, our industry has grown, we have less people to educate to. So still we're educating. In the industry, you have really good people, average people, below average people. That is also there, like, who should I be using? Is it a good buyer agent, or again, different thought in investing as well? So whom to trust or which philosophy to go with. If people are looking, they're going through content. That's why I always say consumers need to little bit educate themselves as well, so that they can see. But otherwise, people have huge respect. Majority of the people coming to us, they end up buying multiple properties. So that tell you the true story, that they see the value. One time people can use, but if they don't see a value, people will not repeat. So it's more of understanding, because what happens is most of these clients we see which come to us, right? They want to invest, and the truth is everyone wants to do good for their life, right? And good with their money. And fear comes because not knowing, right, what is involved, and that way they don't take action. When they have the right partner, someone to handhold, educate them, empower them, then what happens? Those risks are no more risks. So what happens when they are keen and their financial supports that, then they end up buying multiple properties in a short span of time. So I would say it is what steps they help them, they more lean into the game also, because it's a two-way thing, right? Like one is a teacher and a student, right? As far as the student doesn't lean in the teaching, teacher can't do much about it. So that's what happens. So people lean in, that habit of leaning into the game, understanding, making it a bit serious game, correct? Help them build multiple portfolio. At the same time, few clients, they lean in, they understand, but maybe their financial doesn't, and then it takes more number of years, right? Because everyone financial is different. It varies, I have seen. I'll give you one scenario though, which I see common. where investing is not in the DNA and they're very hesitant. They know because now our clients are in Australia, they're educated, professional people, good mindset. But one thing is that even it's not in the family, right? They're trying to break that wall which has been in the family where nobody has invested in a property. Buying a home, yes, everyone does, right? But when it comes to investing, it's a big wall in front of them and they fear, they doubt, they even hesitate to share with parents. But when they see that other people are doing it, they know it's something good to do, but that hesitation is always there. They buy one invest property and they see the results, then they start feeling better. That initial blockage which was there, right, for them, that start to disappear. And then they become more comfortable because now they have seen the result, right? So now they have got something tangible to share. But initially I see a lot of resistance, or even they themselves are in doubt, right? Which I can understand because if you're not done before, it's obvious, right? It's not in the family background. Unfortunately, these things are not even taught at school. It's a lot of blockage when it comes to personal finance, investing. See, from my journey, I would say is that it's doable. Initially, you're gonna feel not possible. Maybe for me, it's only for rich people or someone who is super smart or has a property wealth background. But it's not true, because if you see my whole background, my whole property investing has been 10 years now. I'm now 45. I started at 35. Before that, I didn't know about it. When I understood, I started doing. Right now, I'm recording in 25. I've got 10 investment properties. It's because of the property investing and it's doable. And I'm not like super smart person or anything, I would say. I was IT consultant, doing well, overall happy person, know to take action, and it doesn't happen overnight as well. You might see people, oh, I've done it in 2 years, 3 years. It may happen, I don't know. But for majority of the people, they need to understand property investing is a long-term game. Doesn't matter you start at 20 or in your 60s. And you also have to play consistently, educate yourself, work with the right people, build a team. And that's what I've done. We are no we have bought millions of dollars from overseas or something. No, we just came to Australia, got a job, worked hard. Now we can do it. It's possible. That's what I have to say, that people need to take control of their life, especially the finance part of it. You have to take responsibility. Now, property investing is not even a luxury, I would say. It is a necessity. Especially property investing is one of the safest here in Australia. Financial freedom is a real thing, and it depends how you define and what is your definition. So I'll tell you my definition. My financial freedom definition is taking control of my time. I don't need millions of dollars of income. Eventually I'll have, given what trajectory I'm going on. But financial freedom to me is having a control of my time where I'm not dependent on certain economy. I have creating my own economy so that I can live my life on terms, can spend a quality time, travel, give basic amenities, facilities to my family, live a happy life, right? That's me. It's possible, and especially now in this era, we can see many are doing it. Of course, many are faking it also. In anything, people fake, few people make it, but it's true. And more people are doing, especially in this world of digital era. Reaching out to more people is even easier, and growing your business or the job opportunities. So passive income is where you don't work for the money. Now, there is no real passive income where you don't have to literally do anything and still the money flows in, right, to do certain things. Especially when it comes to property investing. Say, example, you have got 2 properties paid off. Once the property is paid off, say each of the properties is renting $1,000 per week rent. That means you have got 2 properties paid off. You're getting $2,000 per week. That means you're getting more or less $100,000 passive in a year. Of course, now that 2 properties will have some outgoing as well. Still, you have to pay council fee, this and that. Say after all these expenses, you get $90,000 in your pocket. All you have to do is find a good property manager who can do majority of the part for you. But you might still have to have few calls in a year for some maintenance or when there is a change in tenants. Say 2 or 3 days of work in a year. That's called passive, where you don't have to do, but still you're getting money in, just managing little to no work. I would say get in early, start saving money, start learning about property, because when you start learning, you get inspiration, you get insights. If you're struggling to save money, of course, cost of living is going higher everywhere. Maybe get an extra job, look for pay rise, but make it a priority. The properties we were buying last year for $500,000, now they're sitting at more than $600,000 in a year time. To buy the same property which we bought last year, we needed less deposit. Now to buy the same property, we need higher deposit. Educate yourself, make make it work so that you can save your deposit, work with your mortgage broker, or talk to a bank so that you know how much you can borrow right now. If you have those, some deposit, borrowing capacity, and some cash buffer, just in case something happens. So know those three things, right? Which is your saving, how much is my borrowing capacity, and now you know what you need to do to grow your income and getting faster, especially while you're young. You have less responsibilities. Get in early and buy property so that the first property can even help you grow your wealth. When it grows, it can fund for the second deposit.